FrayStar Cricket. Terry, I'll start with you only because you reached out to me about, this venture, something that is needed in Bermuda to help guide our young people in the right direction, both on and off the field. So give us a sense of how this came about, how FrayStar Cricket came about, and what is the concept for it?
Well, Earl, as you probably know, that I've been involved with youth cricket at the national level, at the under-19 level a number of years ago. So I have a lot of passion with the development of young cricketers. So, being a cricket advocate and following cricket in Bermuda over the number of years recently, I have seen a decline in the skill of our young people, both on and off the field. Some beings have not been very enlightened, more so off the field. And we just felt that it is now time to actually step up and develop a program to assist our youngsters to move forward with their cricket skills and life skills. At the end of the day, with that being together holistically, then we will develop very good, meaningful and productive young Bermudians and foreigners for that matter here in Bermuda, so that they can be productive.
Yeah. Sammy, let me ask you, when you were first approached to join this organization, what goes through your mind about how you can assist in making this successful?
Well, I've been coaching youth level for about 28 years. And so it's just a natural thing for me to coach at that level. And it's exciting because I've always liked the concept of cricket academy. This is like a cricket academy. So I always want to be a part of something like that. So this is just an ideal opportunity for me, to be involved and also learn some more about coaching and improve my coaching as well.
Deb, let me go to you, because some of the things that we've talked about before we came on was on the field and off the field. You have a coaching license. What areas do you think will benefit your skill in making sure that this is successful down the road?
Well, as Terry had mentioned, off the field behavior is definitely something that we need to assist our youth with today. And that is something that I can bring to the table as being a mother, a female, associated with young children in football as well and school. So I think that, I can bring benefit to this team, especially because I am always looking forward to improving young children's behaviors, academically, skill sets, and everything like that. So.
And Taryn, for you, obviously, everybody knows you on the field. Being a part of this organization, take us through how you feel you can help young people to grow in the sport of cricket, because we see the demise of it. We see less and less people actually playing.
Yeah, so for myself personally, it's a pleasure to be a part of something like this. This is something that me and my dad have had conversations about for years now. But I look at myself as not just a leader in cricket, but also a role model to youngsters and people that are playing cricket my age or even older. So a big thing for me is in the sport or in sports in Bermuda locally is just our leadership skills and our professionalism. I think we lack professionalism as a culture in sport in Bermuda. I think talking to the media, talking in general about sport and representing yourself, I think I can probably lend a hand in that realm where I try to be as professional as possible. I try to emulate those high standards when I do play my sport off the field and on the field. So that's something that I want to see improve throughout the island, not just in cricket but in all youth levels of sport, and whoever's representing our countries or representing our community clubs. Just being able to represent yourself, your family and your club at the highest standard, I think, is very important.
Sure. Terry, back to you, because obviously you have someone like Gus Logie involved. Pitching your idea to someone like that and him running through the door saying, yes, this is what we need. Take us through that conversation of how he received what your idea was, and then helped you to build it, you know, and others to build it to where you wanted to go.
Yeah, well, so when we had the idea was conceived, we started thinking about, who can we utilize to effectively produce the goods that is required to take the game forward at youth level. And who better than Gus Logie? And Gus and I share a very good relationship, through the years. He helped coach under 19s at one time, or assist, and then of course at the national level. So, we have a lot of that in common. So I already had an established relationship with Gussie. So, at last season, I was watching a lot of cricket, and after a game, I just said to Gussie, look, man, I got this idea. I would like to run it by you and get your thoughts and see what we can do. And of course, we met shortly after, and I pitched that concept to him, and he said, you know what, Terry, I agree. I think this is something that we should do. And that's how that started. And from that point forward, if you know Gus Logie, he don't do nothing halfway. You know what I mean? He's very passionate about cricket. He's very passionate about the development of the game here in Bermuda, both on and off the field. So, he brings that to the table, and he's been passionate about it, man. And it's been unbelievable to sit in company of him at a meeting and just listen to him talk about all the pathways that we can utilize to achieve our aim,
We at FrayStar Institute want to remind you who we really are, what we're really doing, and who really benefits from our program. Your child. FrayStar Cricket Institute operates under a steadfast commitment to nurturing not just cricketing talent, but also the holistic development of every child entrusted to our care. We believe that by providing the best and ample opportunities, we empower children to become well-rounded individuals equipped to navigate not only the cricketing world, but also society at large. Whether the opportunities arise locally or internationally, we pledge to explore every avenue to ensure that each child under our guidance receives the support they need to thrive. Our dedication extends beyond the cricket pitch. We understand the financial and social considerations that parents face, and we are committed to alleviating these burdens by actively seeking options that benefit both parents and children. The FrayStar Cricket team comprises of individuals who have themselves experienced the transformative power of education and cricketing opportunities. Whether through private schooling, boarding institutions, or involvement in local and overseas cricket clubs, we intimately understand the importance of such experiences in shaping the future of our children. With this depth of knowledge and experience, we stand ready to support every child and parent in our community in any way we can. We are not just a cricket institute, we are a dedicated partner in the journey towards realizing the full potential of every child both on and off the field. We look forward to welcoming your child to FrayStar Cricket Institute.
Deb, I heard you speak passionately about helping to develop young people both on and off the field. Getting your license or level 1 in coaching, was that in your mind when you were going for this for your certificate?
Well, as I said, I do have association with football and stuff as well, and I was just sitting there one day in my bed with my phone. I went on ICC's website, and they have courses you can do on the phone. So I was like, wow, this is how I can definitely help out FrayStar Cricket with the younger kids, going through that transition of coming from not playing any sports to, cricket and whatnot. So I did the courses. I am halfway through my level 1. I'm waiting for BCB to get back in contact with me so I can do my practical. And once I do that, then I'll be certified with that. But it was exciting for me to get that. And now I have something under my belt that I can now pass on to the children that I'll be coaching.
Yeah. And Taryn, I'm gonna jump back to you because obviously many people see your face out there and see, know what you can do and so forth. But a lot of people don't realize the position you hold off the field, which can help educate our young people. And you can see a pathway of a player who might be struggling on the field, but they're struggling on the field because they're struggling off the field. How can you visualize helping a person both on and off the field that's struggling, in a sport?
Well, I just think, like you alluded to, I do work in the education system at Bermuda College. So I do deal with a lot of young people, not so young people, but teenagers and young adults. So yeah, I come across students every day that might be struggling with schoolwork or struggling at home and things like that. So being able to transfer those skills into cricket and being able to help younger ones and some of the older ones that you said earlier that there are age groups that are a little bit older for the teens. Being able to be there to support, to give them my examples or my experience as growing up and trying to balance both cricket life and then off the field life. Just being able to relate and also playing football, because it's not just about cricket. We're trying to develop, the human being all together, not just through cricket but through life experiences too. So hopefully I can assist in that way. I haven't been through it all, you know what I'm saying. But for what I have experienced both locally and abroad, I might be able to be of some expertise assist.
Sure. Yeah. Sammy, you in cricket, you've probably been through a lot. Your experiences and your way of handling things, how does that reflect on how you want to assist these young people?
It's a great question. Well, I can only go off of my experience. So when I see them experiencing something similar, I can lend a hand and say, well, I experienced something similar and this is what happened and this is how I handled it, or how I should have handled it. And just from that I can, lend a hand. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Terry, what age groups are we looking at? Because you're talking about helping mentor both on and off the field. So what age groups are we looking at?
Right, so we've got 3 age groups. The first one is 8 to 10s. Second one is 11 to 14s. And then the last one is 15 to 17s. Yeah, so there's the 3 age groups.
So when we're looking at this program is being rolled out, so around the table, what have you been discussing when we should start to see some benefits of or results of what you guys are trying to implement?
Yeah, so you're probably looking at 7 years. Somewhere around that 7-year mark, we think that we can start generating some quality players that will come to the forefront and not only represent themselves well, but represent their country. Yeah, so
we'll leave the youngsters to the side only because, I mean, you're getting in at the young age to help develop both mentally and physically into quality. But we have a challenge at the 15 to 17 year age. How do you, or what's the plan for them? Because it's going to have to be a little more intense for them.
Right, that's correct. Yes, I agree. So in each age group, the actual program is age specific. So all the coaching is age specific to those age groups. So it's quite obvious that there's going to be a little bit more challenges involved with the age from the 15 to 17s, because they're out there a little bit, they're being exposed a little bit more. But so our program is specifically developed to address those issues and challenges at that age group.
When are you guys looking to get started?
6th of May, that's the first day, Monday, 6th of May, at 6 o'clock at Soltis. Yeah, so that will be our first day, 17 weeks.
A 17-week program?
Yes.
What days will it run?
Right, so it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah.
Okay, 6 o'clock each day?
Yeah, 6 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay.
And then we also have the availability of some indoor facilities at Soltis which is a gymnasium, so we'll be able to do some indoor skill sets in the gym, and then have them rotate through that process. And then also we have classroom work involved with them, where this is where the off the field stuff comes into play. And we're bringing in, we have Roger Trott that's going to be involved in the program, and he brings some expertise to that, and he'll probably lead that part, as well as, believe it or not, and get involved with some coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because I think it's vital. Will all age groups be in the classroom at the same time, or will you be split?
No, they will on a rotational basis. Yeah. So we want to be able to have everything rotational, so that everything's moving. So the concept is everybody's moving. Nobody's sitting still for long periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you can name off some of the people that are involved in the coaching aspect.
Yeah. So obviously you got Taryn, Sammy, Gus Logie, Crazy James, Cooley Durham. We also reached out to Scotland, Marcus Scotland. We also touched base with Jared Richardson. Still in the process of talking to Jared because we've not been able to connect as we should do or could do. So we're still confirming him, and then Jamel Proctor. Okay. So the younger group, we'll be there to help them to develop their game, as well as any coaching aspirations that they may have.